Sengoku period, the famed samurai Naomori E, the 18th head of the E clan, had one daughter and no male heirs to succeed him. Because of this, he and his cousin Naomitsu planned to arrange a marriage between their children. Being that they were vassals of the Imagawa clan, they had to submit a request for the arrangement to Yoshimoto Imagawa. However, all that changed when it was revealed that Naomitsu was conspiring to rebel against the Imagawa, and both him and his son Naochika were sentenced to death by seppuku. Though Naomitsu carried out his punishment, his son and subsequently Naomori's daughter were rescued by a wandering priest named Nankei, with Naochika going into hiding in Shinano and the daughter, who was renamed to Jirohoshi, becoming a priestess. While in hiding, Naochika married another woman, thus nulling Naomori's plans regarding succession of the E clan since he was now loyal to that woman's family. In 1560, the Oda launched a surprise attack against the Imagawa at Okahazama, and Naomori perished defending Yoshimoto from the onslaught. Because of this, Naochika returned from his 10-year exile to assume leadership of the E clan, but it was later revealed that he plotted another rebellion against the Imagawa, and the new head, Ujizani, sentenced him to execution. With Naomori's daughter still in the care of her relatives, the only legitimate rival left to claim the head of the E clan was Naomori's grandfather, Naohira. In 1563, Tsurutatsu Io, head of the Io clan, broke away from the E after Yoshimoto's unexpected death, and Naohira was sent to bring the Io clan back into the fold. However, at the negotiations, he was poisoned by Tsurutatsu's wife, Tazu, and died soon after. With no other candidates to claim succession, Naomori's daughter was made the head of the clan in 1565. Her name was changed to the more masculine Naotora, and she led the clan as their first lady warlord. Now, that's a lot of information about Naotora's clan and not Naotora herself, and that's because there's not a whole lot of historical information about Naotora in general. And on top of that, there isn't much information on how Naotora was received by her fellow warlords. Some records say that she was just a figurehead that was coached by the E retainers, while others say that she displayed bravery and leadership skills that quailed any doubts about her. None of these claims can be confirmed, but what's important is that Ieyasu ultimately approved of her leadership in the end. The Samurai Warriors adaptation of the character may seem a bit out there in terms of characterization, but her portrayal in the games actually has a lot more depth to it in regards to her inception. Naotora was specifically designed to contrast with the other female characters in the series, many of which choose to take on the role of warrior or leader. In Naotora's case, the status of warrior was thrust upon her because she was the only surviving applicant, thus making her an ill fit as a fighter. Compared to the other female warriors who display some form of valor and bravery, Naotora acts like a proper lady, as though she were plucked from the motherly housewife role and put into the position of leader. This is likely why she conducts herself in a certain way in a battlefield setting. She is habitually apologetic for any mishaps that she believes to have caused others, which is even extended to her opponents on the battlefield. It happens like every other sentence in her dialogue.
I'm sorry.
Naotora's overall design is modeled after the Japanese actress Satomi Ishihara, whom the series producer Hisashi Koyanuma is a big fan of. Her earlier designs had her wearing more conservative armor that covered up her body, with later designs becoming more liberal and closer to the Tokugawa colors, with the final red colors being a nod to her son's legendary red armor. Her voice actress, Yuka Saito, has also said that she can relate with Naotora's character, since she also had a masculine upbringing and can empathize with having male interests. And these similarities between the character and voice actress are sometimes explored in the Chronicles spin-offs, as well as the Chronicle mode in Samurai Warriors 4. Her weapons, the War Shoes, are named after flowers, with simple ones like the Wisteria Boots, the Peony Boots, and the Iris Boots. However, her higher-leveled weapons are named after goddesses. Yamatohime, or the War Princess, is the goddess that passed down her sacred sword to her nephew, Takaru, similarly to how Naotora passed down her role as leader to Naomasa. There's also Okitsuhime, or Fire Goddess, who is named after the titular goddess of fire and the Shinto goddess of the kitchen, which is a reference to Naotora's maternal tendencies. Shioretsuhime is named after the Shinto goddess of purifying water, and the Skanda Boots are named after the guardian bodhisattva tasked with preserving the teachings of Buddha. Her symbols are the kanji for consideration and ephemeral.
I'm ready to fight!
The idea behind Naotora's fighting style was originally centered around a character who didn't carry a weapon and fought with their fists, eventually leading to her having kicking techniques. And although not explicitly stated, this fighting style is very similar to techniques found in Kempo, Karate, and Taekwondo. Due to the popularity of her character, Naotora has made guest appearances in other Koei Tecmo collaborative projects, such as Warriors All-Stars and Dead or Alive 5, and due to these collaborations, we actually have names for a lot of these attacks. Her C1 is the Midare Matsuba, her C2 is called the Akisame, her C3 is the Kamikaze, right down to the combo extension if you don't complete the inputs. Her C4 is called the Katakago, her C5 is the Kurenai, her light air attack is called the Senkugeri, while her heavy air attack is called the Shiraito Otoshi, her block counter is called the Hororogisu, her ult ability is, well, just a taunt, they don't really give it a name. Her H1 and subsequently her H7 are labeled the Orizuru, her H2 is named the Tsumama, her H3 is called the Benibara, her H4 is named Yamabuki, her H5 is the Kakitsubata, her H6 is labeled the Aoyagi, her Muso attack is, well, her Muso attack, and her true Muso attack is called the Sakurabana.
Never back down! That's how the E family does things! Or so they tell me.
After becoming a retainer of the Tokugawa, the E clan aided in the resistance against the Takeda's campaign on Mikawa in 1572 and was involved in Ieyasu's escape in Makatakahara. During this time, Naotora was given custody of her cousin's son from his previous marriage. She would then soon die in 1582, leaving succession of the E clan to her foster son, who would grow up to be one of the greatest warriors in the Tokugawa ranks. But that's a story for another time. And that's all I gotta say on Naotora E. On the surface, she's a very contentious character amongst the fandom, but once you get the chance to sit down and dive deeper into the core elements that make up this character, you'll find that there is a lot to appreciate. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like it, then please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to turn on notifications because YouTube is evil. Thank you guys for watching. Now please get the hell out.